Welcome to Babonga's channel. Let's make a paper mache Floppa cake for Christmas and for the New Year. We start with two cat food cans with different diameters. After securing them with masking tape one on top of the other, we apply white glue at the top and sides. Next, we use paper mache clay to cover the top and the sides. This will become the basic cake shape. I'm using the knife to distribute the clay evenly and make it smooth. Rolling like this also may help. And finally, we have this and it looks pretty fine. Now we let this dry and we continue with the head. That is the Floppa head. Shaping the head takes much time, as you will see, and the shapes are not gonna be very clear. But we can do our best to make it look like a Floppa cat's head. The most important parts are the mouth area, the cheekbones, and the overall shape of the head. The nose also has to be strong and big. A caracal cat's head is a little bit different than an ordinary cat's head, and I'm trying to catch this difference. As for the eyes, I'm gonna try my best to place them at least in their right position, because as you see, with this kind of homemade clay, things are not that easy. In fact, if you happen to have ready-made bought paper clay or even air dry clay, I strongly suggest to try with this, at least for the head. Now the basic head shape is ready, and we need to let everything dry at least for a day. For the next step, remember to always apply white glue before adding fresh clay. I'm gonna make the ears. Caracal cat ears are truly legendary. So now I'm gonna take my time in order to catch the size, the shape, and the overall appearance of the caracal cat ears. And after I finish, I'm gonna continue with more corrections. Remember, making it utterly smooth is impossible with this homemade clay. At least not in this very small scale. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with the result. Now let's decorate the cake. First, white glue, and then prepare some simple shapes to add on the surface of the cake. Here I'm using the most simple kind of additions, thick cords and little balls, to give it a more gourmet appearance, plus some more equally simple and thick. Now everything is dry and we have to connect the head with the rest of the cake. After applying the glue, I'm gonna put a mass of clay, and then on top of this I'm going to place the head. Now, as before, it'll take quite some time to connect, embed and integrate the head, the middle part and the rest of the cake. So take your time with this. The most important thing here, except making everything look like one, is to form the chin. It's a very characteristic part of the cat's head, this chin, and it has to be in the right place, size and shape. This is pretty much the final part of our clay work. As you see, I'm going over again and again, making corrections. The surface is pretty rough, but in any case, when all is done, we check all around and then let it dry for good. And finally, the fun part starts. Paint. And this was how to make a colorful and delicious paper mache cake with a floppa head.